Okay, this is an old magazine that I was given actually when I went to a Baptist church to attend a meeting about creationism and dinosaurs in the Bible. So it's a few months old. It's 2007 March edition of the magazine called Creation, which I think it's published in Australia, because in the back it says, yeah, Creation Ministries International, and it's got like a price in Australian dollars, so I think it's an Australian publication. And it's an amazing piece of fiction. It has, you know, at first glance you see pictures like this, it looks like it might be like something like the New Scientist or Scientific American. And when you get in there, you know, it's got the same kind of page layout. It's got lots of graphics. Graphics aren't quite up to the same standard, but you know, it looks like it might be a science magazine until you start reading it, and then you see Bible quotes splattered around all over the place. And this one article caught my eye. Actually, they're all quite funny, but this one's particularly funny because it's entitled "How Could Noah Get All the Animals on the Ark?" which is interesting. So yeah, how could he? It's a big ark apparently. Apparently it is big enough that it could hold 120,000 sheep, or 500 railroad stock cars. But what interested me was this little quote here. It says, I quote here, it says, Wood Morapp, I guess that's his surname, in his book Noah's Ark, A Feasibility Study, calculated that the number of animals would have been less than 16,000, assuming that a biblical kind is roughly equivalent to the group of animals we call a genus today. However, if the biblical kind is equivalent to the family grouping, then there would probably have been around 2,000 animals. Probably it was somewhere in between, that's hysterical. I'm sorry, but a feasibility study of the possibility that there was an ark that housed every air-breathing, land-dwelling animal. That's just priceless. And I've got a question. I don't know if this must have been raised by somebody else. It's just kind of, it occurred to me actually this morning. Obviously the fish didn't go on the ark. I get that. But what happened to freshwater and saltwater fish? Did all the freshwater fish kind of go, shit, it's salty? What happened to this freshwater fish? I don't know. I haven't looked into that, so there's probably an answer. They've probably got an answer for that somewhere, but I'd be interested to know if anyone happens to have stumbled across that. What happened to the freshwater fish in the flood? So that'd be good. But yeah, this is an interesting read. I wouldn't subscribe to it. They did offer to, you know, did I want to subscribe to it? And not really. It was like $40 a year for 6 issues or something. But they gave me a free one, and there's a few interesting articles. I think it's worth a look if you can get hands on a free one. I wouldn't spend money on it. There's another article here. Did God create life on other planets? And it's like a 4-page article, and that basically the conclusion is no, because the Bible says we're special. I'm paraphrasing a little bit. So we don't even need to look. But they've put a couple of disclaimers in here. If there was life found anywhere else, it would probably be a contaminant thrown up from the earth. So it would probably be, you know, originating on Earth. So they've got a couple of things to protect themselves if we do ever find things like microbial life on Mars. But yeah, they're quite adamant there's no intelligent life anywhere else, because the Bible says so. So we don't even need to look. And that's precisely why I don't like religious thinking, because it means we don't have to look, we don't have to inquire, we don't have to investigate, we don't have to discover new things, because we've got the answers in this dusty old book. You know, have a look, it's in the Bible. You know, that means people just don't need to investigate anything, because they've got the answers, they know. You know, Jesus told them. Yeah, so that's the book, or sorry, that's the magazine, Creation. Look out for it in a bookstore near you.